Armin Khalid was known across the entire city as a man who had everything: wealth, power, respect, and the kind of confidence that made entire boardrooms fall silent as he walked in. But behind the glossy exterior, the luxury penthouse, the polished shoes, and the tailored suits, Armin carried an emptiness that not even his billions could fill. His wife had passed away 2 years earlier, leaving him alone with their only child, 4-year-old Ayan, a quiet boy who rarely spoke and often hid behind curtains, toys, or the nearest adult he trusted. That adult, surprisingly, was not Armin, but the maid, Sarah. Sarah had joined the mansion only 6 months earlier. She was young, humble, and always calm, no matter how chaotic the household became. Ayan instantly felt safe with her, often following her around like a little shadow. Armin noticed it but never paid much attention. He was too busy with meetings, flights, and deadlines. He believed providing money was enough. He didn't realize what his son really needed was someone who stayed. One rainy afternoon, Armin returned home earlier than expected. His shoes echoed through the empty marble hallway as thunder rumbled outside. He noticed the silence immediately. Usually, Ayan's toys made soft clattering noises, or Sarah hummed gentle lullabies in the living room. But today, something felt off, too quiet, too still. As he walked closer to Ayan's playroom, he heard a noise, a muffled cry, something that made his heart freeze. Without thinking, he sprinted toward the door and pushed it open. What he saw made his blood boil. 2 strangers, rough-looking men in dirty jackets, had broken into the house. One of them was pulling Ayan by the arm while the other towered over Sarah, who stood protectively in front of the little boy, her arms spread wide like a shield. "Move aside, Maid," the men snarled at her. "This isn't about you." But Sarah didn't move. Her voice trembled, but her stance didn't shake. "If you want to touch him, you'll have to go through me first." Armin froze for a split second, processing the scene, Sarah risking her life, Ayan clinging to her apron, his face pale with terror. Then something inside Armin snapped. He charged forward, grabbing the nearest object, a heavy glass vase, and smashed it against the side of the taller intruder. The men collapsed instantly. The second attacker lunged forward, but Armin tackled him, fists flying with a fury he didn't know he possessed. Within minutes, security guards rushed in, alerted by the commotion, and dragged the intruders away. But Armin didn't care about them anymore. His focus was on Ayan, crying, shaking, clutching Sarah's leg. And Sarah herself, breathing hard, eyes filled with fear, but refusing to step away from the child she had protected with her life. Armin slowly approached, his chest heaving from adrenaline. "Ayan, are you okay, Beta?" he whispered, kneeling down, reaching out gently, but Ayan didn't go to him. Instead, he hid behind Sarah, burying his face in her apron, and that shattered Armin. For the first time, he truly saw it, the distance between him and his son. The fear. The lack of connection. All the nights he spent at work thinking he was doing the right thing, only to realize he had unknowingly abandoned the one person who needed him the most. Sarah bent down, her voice soft. "It's okay, Ayan, your papa is here. You're safe now." Ayan hesitated, then slowly reached out and touched Armin's shoulder. The small gesture broke him. Tears he had held back for years suddenly burned his eyes. He scooped Ayan into his arms and held him tightly, whispering promises he wished he had made earlier. When he looked up at Sarah, he saw something he had never noticed before: courage. Raw, unfiltered courage. "Sarah," he said quietly, "you saved my son's life." She shook her head. "I just did what anyone would do." "No," Armin replied, voice thick with emotion, "not everyone would risk their life for someone else's child." A long moment passed. The storm outside softened, the room fell calm, and Ayan fell asleep on Armin's shoulder. Exhausted, Armin reached into his pocket and pulled out an envelope. "Your salary. And a bonus. A very big one." "You," but Sarah raised her hand and stopped him. "Please, sir, don't. I didn't protect him for money." Armin froze again. People around him always chased his wealth, his status, his influence, but here was someone who stood in front of danger without expecting a single rupee in return. Then why? He asked, genuinely confused. Sarah's voice softened. Because he's a child, and no child should ever feel unprotected. And because I know what fear feels like. She paused, struggling. My little brother was taken from me years ago. I wasn't able to protect him. When I saw those men reaching for Ian, I couldn't let it happen again. Armin felt his chest tighten. He saw the pain hidden behind her bravery. From today, he said, after a long breath, you are not just the maid. You are family. If you are willing, I want you to become Ian's full-time caretaker. Not a servant. Not an employee. Someone he can trust, someone he already trusts more than me. Sarah's eyes widened. Sir, that's too much. It's not, Armin replied firmly. You gave him something I failed to give, safety. And I want to learn how to be a real father again. For the first time, Sarah smiled gently. He just needs you to be there. That's all. Armin nodded, holding Ian closer. And for the first time in a long time, he felt hopeful, like life had given him a second chance to rebuild what he had broken. As the scene faded, the camera would pull back slowly, capturing the moment, a millionaire father who finally understood love, a brave maid who became a hero, and a child who finally felt protected. And as the story ends here, he turns toward the viewers and says softly, if you want more emotional, life-changing stories like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you more powerful videos every single day.